Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a ninja deck profile. Now this is something that you guys have been requesting a lot recently on my channel, and you know, I aim to please, so let's get straight on into this. Before we do guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you can become a part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on into it. So this deck is actually something really interesting that I put together. This is actually a lockdown deck of ninjas, which is something that they do really well, and I will actually explain the lockdown to you guys after I show off the deck profile. It's really easy to establish, and I'll show you guys throughout the video how to establish it, but I really show you the combo right at the end. So let's get straight on into it. Again, don't forget to hit that bell, and let's get straight on into it. So we're going to be playing 3 copies of Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, when this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Ninja Art or Ninjutsu Art card from your deck to your hand, which is really cool. And then when this card is flipped or special summoned, you can add a Ninja Monster from your deck to your hand. Usually going to be the combo where you just normal summon it, and then you get to add the Ninja Art, which the one you will normally add to your hand is the Ninja Art or Ninjutsu Art of Transformation. So we can summon out a really awesome card that is actually one of Savannah's favorites. So the next card that we're going to play 3 of is our 3 copies of Yellow Ninja. This card just came out in Shadows in Valhalla. That pack was just amazing. That's the first box, or that's the first thing, I think that's the first booster box I've ever bought 3 of in one sitting. I really loved that box. And this card's kind of like Goblinberg in a way. If this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 ninja monster from your hand in attack position or face down defense position, which is pretty cool, but you can't summon anything from your extra deck except ninjas. That's not a big deal because the majority of the time anyways you're just going to summon Grandmaster Saizo, which is the new Link monster. You need to get at least 2 of these if you're going to play ninjas. Maybe even 3. I only play 2 in my build, but hey, you might want to play more. So then I play 3 copies of Upstart Golden Ninja. This card's really good for starting off. I mean, it's an Upstart card, so might as well. I gotta play 3 Upstarts. So once per turn, you can send 1 trap card from your hand to the grave, and then you get to special summon a level 4 or lower ninja monster from your deck, which is really good because it really helps you link summon into Saizo, like I said, and also it helps you just get into your plays, and it's a really good combo extender. The next card that I play 3 copies of is 3 copies of Twilight Ninja Jogan. Jogan is really good because it like special summons itself from your hand just by revealing a ninjutsu art card from your hand, and it also inflicts piercing damage. But the thing that I like about it the most is that you can just special summon it, so it like lets you link really easy. Something to remember though is it is a pendulum monster, so it does go to your extra deck, so that kind of sucks, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Then I play 1 copy of Twilight Ninja Getsuga Getsuga the Shogun. He is interesting because when you tribute summon him, you can only have to tribute 1 ninja monster to summon him. And if he's in attack position, you can target 2 ninja monsters in your grave except him, and then change him to defense position if you do special summon those 2 ninjas. So he's like an instant Saizo if you summon him. But the only reason I play 1 copy of him is because you really only need 1. You don't need more than 1. You might need, the most I would ever play of him in this deck is 2, but that would be it. So the next card that I play is 2 copies of Dark Smorg. This is Savannah's top favorite card, and the reason I got her to play Ninja Harpies to begin with is something else that I originally kind of created for her when she started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because she liked Dark Smorg. So this card's effect is that when it's on the field, your opponent cannot set cards at all. And then you can, it's kind of like Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning, because its effect is that when it's on the field, this card is counted as a wind attribute, and you can banish 1 dark and 1 wind monster from your grave to special summon this card from your hand, and if it's in your grave, you can banish a dark and a wind from your hand and special summon it from your grave. So it's really interesting because it's like almost a chaos monster, but for wind, but I think they specifically made Yellow Ninja a wind type to do this, to summon him, which is really cool. The next card that I play is a part of the lock, and I will put it face down and let you guys guess what it is really quick. So pause the video really quick and tell me what you think it is down below. It is a monster that is a part of the Dark Smorg lock. That is a 3-card lock to establish. It is a 4-card lock where your opponent can literally not get out of it. But guys, comment down below and tell me what you think it is now, and I will reveal it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So it is 2 copies of Performapal 5 Rainbow Magician, or as I like to call him, High Five Magician. Its effect is the majority of the time you're only going to use the monster effect, or the pendulum effect. All you want to do is put him in your pendulum zone. This card will work just as well if it was a continuous card, like continuous trap, continuous spell. If it's in your pendulum zone, and your opponent, you can apply one of these effects based on the number of set cards on the field. 0, or each player's applies one of these effects. If you control 0 or your opponent controls 0, all monsters that person controls cannot attack or activate their effects. So it's like skill drain, and it just blocks all attacks. So that's why I played in here. And Dark Smorg does not allow your opponent to set. So if you have this and this on the field, your opponent can't set anything, and they can't activate monster effects or anything. So if you establish this, plus a couple of other cards that I will show you, your opponent literally can't do anything. But the other really cool thing is if it's in your graveyard, if either player sets a spell or trap on the field while this card is in the grave, you can place this card in your pendulum zone, and I will show you why I like that effect so much, is because I actually play 2 copies of Mathematician in this deck too. I know that's a little weird, but if you normal summon the Mathematician and then send this to grave, then set a card, like a Ninja Art card, you can, or Ninjutsu Art, you can actually place this in your pendulum zone. In the beginning of your turn, your opponent has to set something in order to be able to activate any monster effects or attack that turn. And if they kill the Mathematician, then you can draw a card. So it replaces itself. So that's why I play 2 Mathematicians. That's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells, and I, again, will show you the combo at the end of the video about how to establish the lock. It's super easy, and really kind of consistent. So then we play 2 copies of Armor Ninjutsu Art of Alchemy. If you control a Ninja Art card, you can destroy as many other Ninjutsu Art cards you control as possible, then draw 2 cards. Really good. Then we play 3 copies of the new field spell, Hidden Village of Ninjutsu Arts. If a ninja monster is summoned to your field, you can target one ninja monster or ninjutsu art in your grave and add it to your hand, which is really cool. And then it also protects your ninjutsu arts by banishing a ninja from your graveyard, which is cool. So I think this is something that ninjas really need it, and I absolutely love that artwork of this card. It's just crazy cool. Then I play 3 copies of Ninjutsu Art Notebook. Some people don't play this, but maybe like 1, but you can really go off with this if you activate this and then send a ninja from your hand to the grave, and then you get to set a ninjutsu art spell or trap directly from your deck. So if you set the armor and then activate it, you basically just get to draw 2 by sending a ninja to the grave. So it's a draw 2 with alchemy. So that's really cool. So the next card that's actually a part of the lock is Contract with Dawn Thousand. Again, I will explain this at the end, but when this card is activated, both players lose 1,000 life points, and if they do, each player draws 1 card. All cards drawn while this card is remains face up on the field, remain revealed, and then that player cannot normal summon or set if they have a spell in their hand, which is really interesting. And I'll show you again. This is a part of the lock, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. So then we play 1 copy of Monster Reborn to round it all off, and that's it for the spells. Let me set this to the side so I can show you guys the lock, and that's it for the spells. So let me move right along. Let me get this 5 Magician and the Dark Smorg to the side, because that's part of the lock that I'll show you in just a second. So for the traps, we play 2 copies of Ninjutsu Art of Shadow Sealing. Now this card's really interesting. You detribute a ninja monster to target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish that target, and then when this card is while that card is banished, its monster card zone cannot be used. So if they put it in the link zone, you can actually banish that monster that they put in the link zone, and then it can't be used. So it locks them out of the link zone, which is really, really cool. I love that about that card. So 2 copies of it, and it's searchable in the deck. I played 2 copies of Mirage Transformation. You get to tribute a ninja and then target one monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it, but it's treated as a ninja, so that's pretty cool, so you can tribute it again if you need to. 3 copies of Ninja Art of Transformation. Activate this card by tributing a face-up ninja. All of them have that effect that you tribute a ninja, and then you get to special summon a beast, winged beast, or insect monster, which our target is the Dark Smorg. That's going to be our big target. That's really the only target in the deck. And then, but it has to be 3 levels higher than the ninja you tributed, so you cannot tribute Jogan off of that, or the Twilight Ninja Shogun. You have to tribute Yellow, Hanzo, or Upstart Golden to summon off the Dark Smorg. And then for the final card, we play 3 copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance. This is the final card in the lock that you have to establish in order to beat the opponent completely and lock them completely out of doing anything. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck, and at the end, I will show you the lock. It is really, really easy, and it is crazy, crazy cool. I never thought that ninjas would be able to do this, but it's, like I said, it's a 3 to 4 card lock. You can establish it with 3, but if you really want to go for the style points, you do the 4th card, and it's just like, it's over. You can't do nothing. So for the extra deck, we're going to play 2 copies of Ninja Grandmaster Saizo. It takes 2 ninja monsters, and during your main phase, you can set a ninja art or ninjutsu art spell or trap directly from your deck. You can only use the effect of Grandmaster Saizo once per turn, and when while this card points to a monster, this card cannot be targeted for attacks, and your opponent cannot target it with card effects. So as long as this card points to something, it's pretty much untargetable for attacks or card effects, which is really, really cool. I absolutely love this card. This card is probably one of the hidden gems in Shadows in Valhalla. So, and then we play a Boral Dragon, both the Boral Dragons, which is a Boral Load and a Boral Sword. I do proxy the Boral Sword because they're like $50 right now. Summon Sorceress. If you don't have Summon Sorceress and it's not legal in your country where you're watching this, just drop it out for like a Decode Talker or something like that, or something else that you see fit. Don't put Trispania in here at all. Nightmare Unicorn, because spot removal is great. Nightmare Phoenix, because again, spot removal is great. Isolde just goes in every warrior deck. Nightmare Cerberus, because it pops back row, or pops monsters and stuff. Underclock Taker, excuse me. Underclock Taker is really, really good because it boosts up your monsters so high, so it's just great. Then I play 1 copy of Red Eyes Flare Metal because Jogan's a level 7 and so is Smorg, and if you need it, it's there. So we play it. Galaxy Tomahawk, just for, style points, because you can go into so many different things with it. You can link away it and, another card to go into Phoenix, and then it just lets you go into different plays. I actually play a Link Spider because the Link Spider you use to go with Tomahawk, because you get rid of the normal monster that's a token, and it lets you go for more Link plays, so we play that. Since it's a ninja deck, we play Blade Armor Ninja because you can go into it very, very easily. And then for the last monster, I play 1 copy of Castael to round out the extra deck. And that's it for the extra deck, guys. Mainly, you go for the Ninja Grandmaster Saizo. You don't really need the rest of this stuff because you're going to be doing the lock the majority of the time. The rest of the stuff is kind of here just for utility, but you don't necessarily need it. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. So let me show you guys the quick lock and how to do it. So if you open up and you have like just a Hanzo, okay? Just a Hanzo. That's all you have to have is either like kind of like this hand, which is a anti-spell, a Dawn 1000, and a Grandmaster. You can already do the lock. But what you do is you normal summon the Hanzo, and then after you normal summon the Hanzo, you grab out of your deck the Transformation, okay? And then after you grab out Transformation, you set it, activate Contract with Dawn 1000. It lets you draw an additional card, and let's say you draw a Perform a Pal, High 5 Magician, or 5 Rainbow Magician. Activate that, okay? And then on your opponent's turn, after you set that anti-spell too, you activate this, chain the anti-spell, tribute the Hanzo, and then summon Dark Smorg. And now your opponent cannot, here's the deal, okay? If they reveal a spell, they can't set anything, they cannot activate any monster effects, they cannot attack you, and they cannot normal summoner set or anything. They cannot set traps, they cannot set spells, they can't do anything. There is literally, with this lock, nothing they can do. They cannot summon, they cannot set, they cannot do anything. Activate spells, traps, anything. That is the lock. It is really easy. You don't even really have to have this in the lock. I just like to have it in the lock because it's like you literally can't do anything. If you just had this in the lock right here, if you establish the Dawn Thousand, Anti-Spell, and Dark Smorg, you've won. There's nothing they can do. This is the trinity of ninjas right here. So anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think of this deck profile down in the comments down below. I really enjoyed putting this deck together. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to Savannah for, always enjoying her ninja harpies that I built back in the days, and that's kind of like an inspiration for this, is I really wanted to do ninjas justice because Hanzo has held a special place in my heart ever since we started dueling, because I cannot tell you how many times she's beat me with him. So anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you can become a part of the notification squad, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.